Yes guys, we are of course back with another video. If I mention the word Satan to you, what's the first thing you think about? If it's a red man with horns, hooves and a giant pitchfork, then you'd be thinking of one of the most popular depictions of the devil. The devil is a figure found in Abrahamic religions. It includes Islam, Christianity and Judaism. And they believe that the devil tempts people to do bad things. Christians say that he was an angel called Lucifer, whereas Muslims say that he was an angel called Azazel or Azazel, however you pronounce that. However, in Satanism, Satan is meant to be a metaphor for what people want. He's also considered to be a good force in Satanism. Now, you heard me refer to Satan as an angel. He was an angel who rebelled against God and was kicked out of heaven with the other fallen angels. Now it says in the New Testament that Jesus saw the devil fall from heaven like a lightning bolt, but it also states that the devil was cast out of heaven before the creation of humankind, which is a little bit of a plot hole and doesn't really make that much sense, but oh well, we're not here to discuss the Bible plot holes. Now in the three Abrahamic religions that I mentioned, the devil is actually seen as an entity. For example, he's seen as the serpent that tempts Eve to take a bite of the forbidden fruit in the Genesis. This is where she took a bite of the apple in the Garden of Eden, therefore being the catalyst for the fall of humankind. Now, Satan is known as the nemesis of good people, and is known by different names in different religions. For example, Beelzebub, Lucifer, Satan and Mephistopheles. Now obviously the images of Satan are most commonly depicted in hell. Now hell is referred to in the Bible as a place for the devil and his angels to sit and just have an everlasting fire. And the Bible technically doesn't even say that the devil is the king of hell, just that he is banished there forever. Now this whole idea of the devil ruling over hell comes from a poet named Dante Alighieri, who made a poem called The Divine Comedy in the 14th century, depicting Satan as the ruler of hell. It's also said that God created hell because when he threw Satan and all the other fallen angels out of heaven, they created this huge hole in the ground. Now in Dante's poem, the devil's actually depicted as a horrible winged monster with 3 faces. It was only by the end of the Middle Ages that the devil started to be depicted as this red-horned man with hooves and the pitchfork that we still see in images today. Now, as well as being a big part of the Bible, the devil is actually blamed for a lot of things in the past. For example, witchcraft in the 16th and 17th century. A lot of women were blamed for making deals with the devil, and that was in the Salem times when witches were put into water to drown, and if you drowned, you were a regular person, but if you floated, you were apparently a witch. However, both ways you were going to die anyway, because if you drowned, you drowned. But if you were accused of being a witch, you had the embarrassment of being told that you were worshipping the devil or making deals with the devil, and then you were burned at the stake, or hanged, or drowned. And this is because of the Puritan lifestyle in Salem at that time. They were so religious and so afraid of the devil that the devil was blamed for doing a lot of things in that time. Between 1692 and 1693, at least 200 people were accused of being a witch due to the devil. And obviously the story of Satan and the devil himself are still popular and have been for the last few hundred years, as a lot of people still not necessarily worship him, but take on the act or religion of Satanism. Satanists don't actually worship him, but they basically embrace him as this sort of symbol of atheism, pride and liberty. They might even practice satanic rituals or make pacts, but nothing like you do see in the movies. Like, they won't go around killing goats, I don't think. That's just really extreme stuff. unless it is true. I'm unsure. Now, talking of things that may not be true, we also move on to the devil being depicted in arts and crafts. For example, the devil played a huge part in the 1978 movie The Exorcist featuring Linda Blair. The devil even features in many TV shows and movies today. For example, the TV show Lucifer is in its 6th season, and The Conjuring 3 The Devil Made Me Do It is currently in production, so it's still a very infamous or famous name today in movies. And he really is portrayed in many different ways in modern and past TV. For example, obviously in the 1978 film The Exorcist is depicted as Pazuzu, who possesses Linda Blair's character Regan, who you've seen in a past video about Screamers. And he's also depicted as a funny guy in the film Little Nicky featuring Adam Sandler, and he's also made an appearance on South Park as Saddam Hussein's boyfriend. Now, while it is scary to think that there's a big red man in the ground below us torturing people eternally, it's hard to say whether that's actually true, because none of us have seen it, nor are any of us currently living in hell with Wi-Fi. Now, given that the devil is such a popular influence around the world, it's likely that we're going to see him sticking around for more TV shows and movies. Satan also seems to make some appearances in the news as well. For example, there were letters going around in Birmingham in the UK in which people were blaming Satan for COVID-19. And without going too deep into it, there were also child abductors that were interviewed who believed that they were taken over by Satan to do such a horrible act. So all in all, is the concept of Satan quite scary if it was a real thing? Yes. Do I believe it's a real thing? No. To me, Satan's just a depiction of this higher power that most likely doesn't exist, and I'm probably going to be possessed because of that, so I do apologise in advance. And also just remember that it's okay to believe in this sort of stuff. It's okay to believe in God, of course. It's okay to believe in Satanism and Satan, of course. And it's okay to be an atheist. Either way, you shouldn't be judged for what you believe in. If you believe the devil exists, fair enough. If you believe God exists, fair enough. If you don't believe in either of the two, fair enough. And with that, guys, I hope you've learned a little bit about the law of Satan. I've tried to not dumb it down, but I've tried to have a brief summary because there is way too much information on this, and you'd have to go into the lore of the whole Bible to fully explain who Satan is. So for the most part, I've just given you guys some little facts in a 10-minute video. So yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to leave you with that to think about. Like, subscribe, maybe click that little bell next to the subscribe button if you want to see my latest updates, and it'd be pretty cool. We're doing spooky season. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.